Well, you know, I had to save the best for last, and this one is more hard-hitting than all the others. "9/11" is the very first documentary I remember seeing 1 year after, of course, 9/11, and this aired on CBS, of course, and it was narrated by Robert De Niro, basically, not all the way through, but like in certain scenes. This is probably the most realistic documentary we can ever get out of 9/11. And what I mean by that is, most of the other documentaries I reviewed or have either seen over the years are replaced by actors and reenactments and stuff like that. This is not like that. This is real time, okay? There's no actors, no stuntmen, everything is real, okay? And basically the whole thing about this documentary is just about documenting the life of a rookie fighter, okay? And we get to meet this rookie fighter. And all he wants to do is basically save lives and put out his very first big fire, which ironically was a car fire, but the big fire was yet to come. And of course, this is the documentary to where if you YouTube the very first airplane hitting the World Trade Center, this documentary became that iconic video shot. So basically somebody took a clip, that 30-second clip of that from this documentary, and put it on YouTube. So yes, those guys you see standing in the street, they were actually there going for a gas leak thing, and they were checking it, and that's when the airplane goes over and hits it. So yeah, that iconic shot is this documentary, and it is something to watch. It is something to watch, man, just to see the first responders go into that tower, okay? Because this whole documentary is based off Ladder 7, the group of Ladder 7 company or whatever they call them in New York. I call them Engine 7 basically, but still. Yeah, it is terrible, okay? And the people that are shooting it are two French brothers, okay? And yeah, this is their story of the rookie fireman. 9/11 just happened by accident, unfortunately. And it goes from the summer all the way until 9/11. It probably goes past that some too, but yeah, this is hard. This is a hard documentary for people to look at, okay? Because it's very intense, you know. I don't want to give much away about this documentary because I really want people to go see this one or find it or buy the DVD. I own the DVD, so yeah. Never look up the ones on YouTube. They cut so much out of there. You got the best way to watch it is to watch the entire length, because YouTube cuts a lot out of it. They cut all the aspects of what I probably just mentioned, like the fighter going outside, the rookie guy and getting dumped by a bucket of water from the top, and the other guys is laughing at him. The funeral of one fighter before 9/11 happened. Them sitting out in the middle of the night on a ladder and the World Trade Center is right behind them. They cut a lot of that out for some weird ass reason. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. So go out and get the full edition, because it is the best way to watch it. And it's uncut. So yeah, on YouTube they bleep a lot of stuff out. That ain't the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. But yeah, that's really all I want to say on what really goes down in this documentary. But I really want to tell you, just look at the faces of all the firefighters in this video. It's not fear, it's confusion. You know, it's like you're just waiting for one of them to say, "Are we prepared for this?" And the other one goes, not saying a word, just, how can you prepare for something like that? How can you prepare for something like that? Watching this again today, it still gives me goosebumps. It still gives me goosebumps just thinking about it now, to hear those people that when they were jumping out of the building, the sound they make when they crash to the ground. I never heard nothing like that before. Okay, the sounds that people make crashing to the ground in movies, it is not like that here. Okay, if you ever been to a recycling plant and you hear a lot of glass busting and breaking, it sounds a lot like that. It's not a good sound. It's not a good sound. Granted, it was a long way down, so hopefully, I'm just praying, hopefully they died before they hit the ground, because when you're falling for such a height, you can die. I never knew that. My mom told me this. I was like, really? You can die in midair just falling? She's like, yep. I was like, wow. Fucking wow. Maybe not in skydiving, but yeah, it's not good. So hopefully they didn't feel anything at that point. Hopefully they were already gone. It was just a body. You know, that's as much as you can say for a person who's in a situation that's so terrible that they find the need to jump to get away from it. That's their only odds of safety. That's terrible. You know, that's pretty fucked up. You know. And I like the fact that this documentary touches on stuff like that, and even more, from trying to find a way out of the Trade Center to the very first casualty of the World Trade Center, not including the planes by this point because it just happened. So even the most far-fetched way of getting to the Trade Center from people that were off duty was by a pickup truck. Interesting. Interesting, you know. Without a doubt, this documentary is going to get an A+. I love the 9/11 documentary. I implore you all to watch the 9/11 documentary. If it's not narrated by Robert De Niro, you got the wrong one. If it's not called 9/11, you got the wrong one. Just, you can even watch it on Amazon Prime for like $2.99. You got to pay for it, but if you're going to pay for it, just get the movie. I mean, the documentary. Just get the DVD. It's probably the second most realistic documentary besides 102 Minutes. But we'll get to 102 Minutes next year. But I really wanted to get this one out, and I did save it best for last on purpose. Because I know in 2 more days, we will have the 13th anniversary of this attack. 13 fucking years. Wow. That is amazing. 13 years ago. I still remember that whole day too. Let me know what you guys think about this documentary. If you've seen it, live on CBS like I did, because when I seen it, it was brand new. Okay, it was exactly a year after 9/11. So, yeah. It really makes you think. But anyways, I'm out.